Hello and welcome back to Bakes for Kindness. Today we will be making ginger biscuits and finding out more about the National Autistic Society. Before we begin, we want to wash our hands, put on an apron and preheat the oven to 190 Celsius, fan 170 Celsius or gas mark 5. We then want to measure out 100 grams of self-raising flour and run it through a sieve, followed by 1 level teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. Then measure out 40 grams of caster sugar, add to the mix and stir the dry ingredients together. Once these have been mixed, make a well in the centre of the mixture. Measure out 50 grams of unsalted butter and melt in the microwave, heating for short bursts at a time and stirring until the butter is completely melted. Add this to the dry mix and then add 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Stir the mixture to fully combine until it comes together as a soft dough. Line 2 large baking trays with grease-proof paper. Once you have lined the trays, it is time to shape the biscuits. I found this dough to be a little crumbly, so I squished it together several times until it held together better. Shape the dough into a ball and then split this ball in half. Make the halves spherical again and then cut each ball into 8. Now it may seem like these will be tiny biscuits, but stay with me. Roll each segment into balls and place onto the lined baking trays, squishing them down slightly with your palm. Make sure that you space your biscuits well on the baking tray so that they have room to grow. While you are shaping your biscuits, I'd like to tell you about the National Autistic Society. The National Autistic Society is a charity whose vision is for a society that works for autistic people. Autism is a lifelong developmental disability which affects how people communicate and interact with the world. 1 in 100 people are on the autism spectrum, and there are around 700,000 autistic adults and children living in the UK. Autism affects different people in different ways, but the 2 key difficulties that are required for diagnosis are social communication and social interaction. Autistic people often find it very difficult to navigate the social world that many of us have naturally adjusted to as we've grown. If an autistic person becomes overwhelmed, they can have what is known as a meltdown or a shutdown. This causes them to temporarily lose their behavioural control, either verbally, for example by screaming, crying or shouting, or physically, such as by kicking, lashing out or biting, or both. Meltdowns, particularly in children, can be seen as temper tantrums, and children and parents can receive hurtful or judgmental behaviour from less understanding onlookers. A shutdown is a more passive response to being overwhelmed, but can be equally debilitating. It can be described as the autistic person going quiet or shutting off, as their mind feels that it is past the state of being able to interpret events that have happened. The National Autistic Society provides support, information and practical advice to hundreds of thousands of autistic people and their family and carers. Their mission is to change attitudes towards autism by improving public understanding of autism and helping businesses, local authorities and government to provide more autism-friendly spaces, deliver better services and improve laws. To find out more about the National Autistic Society and for more helpful information, head to autism.org.uk. Thank you. Now back to the bake. Once you've made all of your biscuits and placed them far apart on your baking tray, check that your oven is up to temperature and then bake the biscuits for 12 to 14 minutes. They are ready when they have turned golden and look cracked on top. Leave on the baking trays for 10 minutes to allow the biscuits to firm up before transferring onto a wire wrap to cool completely. And there you have it, you've made your very own ginger biscuits. Enjoy them with a cuppa or as a tasty snack. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe to keep up to date with our upcoming bakes and to learn more about great charities. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!